Hello students, this video lecture is for class 4th subject SST. In the last video we have done the middle Himalayas, and in this video we will be completing lower Himalayas and the importance of Himalayas. So let's start. The lower Himalayan range is the southernmost range. It is the lowest range of the Himalayas with an average height less than 3,700 to 4,500 meters above the sea level. It is made up of hills rather than mountains. The slopes of the hills are covered with dense forests which are inhabited by rich wildlife. These forests are a storehouse of wood. Wild animals such as leopards, tigers, sambas, and bears are found in these forests. Most of the land in this region is used for growing crops such as rice, potato, maize, and barley. The region to the south of these hills is marshy land and it is known as Terai. So this paragraph tells us that the lower Himalayas are the lowest range in with an average height about 3,700 to 4,500 meters above the sea level, and they are made up of hills rather than mountains, and the slopes are covered with rich forest and wildlife. Few wildlife animals such as leopards, tigers, sambas, and bears are found in these forests, and the agriculture that in this area people grow are rice, potato, maize, and barley. And the south of these hills is a marshy land which is known as Terai. Now let's go on the importance of Himalayas. Let's see each one. First, they form a natural boundary of Indian subcontinent in the north, which means they create a natural wall of boundary for Indian subcontinent from the north. Second, historically, they hinder unfriendly arrivals and attacks from the other side of the mountains. Because of this wall, many unfriendly arrivals and attacks have been stopped by these mountains. They form a natural boundary between India and its neighboring countries such as China. Climatically, they act like a strong wall. It prevents the rain-bearing winds from leaving the country. This results in heavy rainfall in the northern parts of the country. Now this paragraph tells us that they, as being wall in the north, stops fast moving winds from the China and also stop the raining clouds in the north, and result is that all the maximum rain falls in the northern part and all the water drain into the plains in the north. For example, all the clouds that rain in the Himalayas, and those water drain down in the rivers like Ganga, Jamuna, and comes in the plains such as Delhi, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, etc. Fifth, the glaciers have given rise to many important rivers. They also sustain a very rich variety of plants and animals. So this was your last part of this first chapter. In the next video, we will be completing exercises. Thank you.